Good evening. My name is Ann Christie, and I am the program leader of the Medical and Health Specialties program at Maury High School. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to talk with you about the program and the opportunities that it may present for your child. This program was the very first magnet program in Norfolk Public Schools, developed through a very special partnership between the Eastern Virginia Medical School and NPS in 1986. In the 34 years that it has been serving the community, many individuals that are now medical professionals in Norfolk have come through this program. For example, Dr. Noelle Gabriel and her sister were both graduates of this program. What makes this program so remarkable is that the students have a really strong commitment and desire to explore the math and sciences. 45 seniors graduated last year, and out of those 45 seniors, 40 of them plan to go into a career and education in the health and medical and hard sciences areas. The average GPA of the students in the program was a 4.25, and students in the class of 2020 graduated with offers of more than $9 million in scholarships. The class of 2020 also accrued more than 10,000 hours of community service over their 4 years at Maury High School. That's a real testament to the fact that these kids were able to juggle lots and lots of rigorous classes as well as manage their time and added tasks that they were assigned. Now, if your child comes into the program, there are some specially designed courses that they will be required to take. As a freshman, they will all take biology with medical applications and accelerated health and physical education, which is actually an introduction to anatomy. Those two courses work together and prepare the students for anatomy that will happen the junior year. Their sophomore year, these students will take chemistry with medical applications, and it's a double block class, so they'll have it every single day. As juniors, they will attend EVMS and take anatomy in the donor anatomy labs every single day during their junior year. And as seniors, they will have some options. They can choose to take bioethics. They can take emergency medical responders, which is one of 2 high schools in the state of Virginia that offer this national level certification program. They will also be able to take sports medicine, or they can also opt for forensic science, which is also taken in the MDL labs at the Eastern Virginia Medical School. As juniors and seniors, they're required to take a second science, which can come from many AP classes. We offer AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Environmental Science, Physics, AP Physics, AP Psychology, and again, they can opt to choose sports medicine their senior year. There are lots and lots of very interesting guest speakers and enrichment opportunities, including studying in the Animatage lab, which is like a giant iPad that students can go on over at EVMS and dissect via virtual layers of the anatomy structure. There's a pathology program that students have gone and observed in. They've participated in ultrasound clinics at the Eastern Virginia Medical School. There are special partnerships with medical students who mentor our students, as well as opportunities to go to VCU to learn about the college admissions process and see some of the medically related programs offered at that institution. Additionally, they go to the LifeNet facility and learn about transplant services within our community and how they're served in the wider range around the U.S. They learn about organ donation, and they get to go to the Norfolk's Emergency Medical Training Center to get some hands-on experience in the practical skills that go along with sports medicine and the EMR class. As I mentioned earlier, community service is a large part of this program, and students are required to earn a minimum of 30 hours every single year. As I often tell them, to those that much is given, much is expected. And it is expected that students will complete 30 hours each school year. Currently, we have 35 seniors in the class of 2021, 40 seniors in the class of 2022, 43 sophomores in the class of 2023, and 49 freshmen this year in the class of 2024. The highest GPA in the class is 4.695, and the average GPA in grades 10 through 12 is 3.82. So what kind of a student would be successful in this program? Well, in order to be eligible to apply, you have to meet the following criteria. You need to have a 3.0 GPA. You need to have earned a credit in Algebra 1 and one other high school credit, preferably biology. You must submit 4 letters of recommendation, have excellent attendance and discipline history. Some students from the initial application pool will be invited to come and test and submit a writing sample. 50 students will then become part of the class of 2025 and enter Maury in the fall of September 2021. Students who apply should be willing to work very hard, and they should be good at time management, and they will polish that skill even more. They need to be willing to accept a challenge and show initiative. Self-initiative, self-advocacy is also stressed. One common application is used for the entire school system, and that application will be available this evening after this program. Phase 1 of all the applications is they need to be submitted, completed to the middle school counselor. The IB, LCSC, and other specialty programs will then meet to review the rubrics that are going to be used to assess the students. Not all students will be invited to go on to the next phase. Applications are due to the middle school's counselors by January 22nd. It's planned for students to come and test March 19th, 2021 at Norview High School. This is subject to change due to COVID. Again, not all students will be invited to test. An initial review is required. Phase 3, the test scores and the rubric scores from the initial review are combined together, and then based upon the priority indication that the students have made on their application, program leaders will meet and determine the notification status of each student. Students will receive one notification, either a letter of acceptance to one of the programs they indicated interest in, or a letter of denial. So only one letter will be sent. The application is made up of a general application information, where you live, contact information. The grades from high school credit-bearing classes in middle school are what are considered, and so a transcript from the middle school must be provided. Transcripts with the 7th and 8th grade classes, including the mid-year grades from the 8th grade, need to be included. A student's attendance record will be included with the application, as well as their discipline record, testing results from the PSAT and SOL testing. The applicant's short answer portion needs to be done by the student, preferably handwritten. 4 teacher recommendation forms are required from a math teacher, an English teacher, science teacher, and then one other academic teacher. The counselor comment page also needs to be completed by the counselor. Students are going to spend 4 years in a very exciting and unique program. I'd like to share with you a clip that was developed by the Eastern Virginia Medical School in honor of our 30th anniversary of this partnership.
There's essentially a curtain that separates the lateral ventricles.
So that's a vessel right there.
I've been in the Medical and Health Specialties program for 3 years now.
And also I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to help out people.
So that's the topmost meninge.
I said to myself, well, this is a pretty interesting community partnership between a medical school and a public school system.
This seemed like a perfect way to kind of pipeline students, maybe not even into EVMS, but into the medical field, to make them aware of the different opportunities that are out there.
So that's going to be here.
The hypothalamus is over here.
I entered the magnet school for health professions at the time when I was in the 9th grade. Actually came here for medical school and all my residency training and chief year training and fellowship training, and have stayed on as faculty. I think just being at a medical school as a high school student, that was just really exciting and interesting.
Just the opportunity to go to the anatomy labs at EVMS, it was a really great experience.
Our kids get to go every day to the Eastern Virginia Medical School and take anatomy in the gross anatomy labs, which is just an extraordinary experience.
To be able to see the bodies and touch them and not just look at a textbook picture.
Just how hands-on it is, how much you get to see of the body itself and how it works.
I got some great stories to tell my grandma. Like, she really enjoyed them. She was like, "You really saw that?" I was like, "Yep." So I really saw a liver, and it was just a great experience.
I wouldn't have thought I would experience this type of environment. It's awesome.
By promoting health literacy, even if these kids don't go into the health professions, they're going to know about healthcare issues.
These right here.
To think now that here we are in 2016 celebrating the 30th anniversary of this unique collaboration is really amazing.
The program did help me get into college. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. Me and my brother are.
In the end, you can get into a great school. I'll be going to the University of Virginia in the fall, so I'm really excited about that.
Please plan to view the virtual information program that we are going to have posted on the Maury webpage on November 12th at 6 p.m. This will give you a little more in-depth information about this program. Any questions that you may have, you can direct them to me and Christy, and I really look forward to viewing your child's application. Thank you very much for your attention and have a good evening.